Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday celebration service at the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Carol Cross, and I'm one of the licensed practitioners here. And it is my honor and privilege to do this morning's meditation. So, if you saw Reverend Dusty's talk last Sunday, she was talking about the furry, the fuzzy, the slimy, and the scaly, and all about all of our animal creatures that we share this planet with. And one of the things that she was talking about was that we have a tendency to think that we're the most intelligent since, we came up with computers and cars and, this stuff that allows you to see me at home or in the future. So we think that that makes us more intelligent, and that being intelligent makes us feel like we're superior. And she was challenging that whole idea because she said, God is in every life. So who are we to think that we are superior just because we have computers and stuff like that? But it made me think, are we really more intelligent than other life on this planet? And I ask you, do you know how to turn sunlight directly into fuel for your body? And I'm figuring not. But who knows how to do that? The plants, the green and the leafy do that. But scientists have been studying plants for centuries, and they don't know how to do that. So, are we really the most intelligent? Because, computers and cars and all that's cool. But the ability to turn sunlight into fuel is the building block of life on this planet. Every food chain, just about every food chain, starts with this photosynthesis. So if the plants didn't do that, there'd be no insects, there'd be no life in the oceans, no birds, no fuzzy, furry, scaly, or slimy, and there'd be no us. So really, are we more intelligent than the plants? There's a book by Michael Pollan, and he says, we like to think that we're masters of plants. But he says, really? Plants have just devised all these strategies to entice us and to manipulate us into spending incredible amounts of money and time and effort and land and resources to propagate them all across the planet. He says, we're really the slaves of the plants. They just let us think we're in charge. So today's meditation is going to be a meditation about the green and the leafy, and just the incredible gift they are to our lives. So I invite you to close your outer eyes and take a couple of breaths to really get into that wonderful meditative space. And I invite you to think about all the gifts the plants give us. I mean, there's just this basic life thing. They also turn the poison that we create every time we breathe out, they turn that poison into fuel and into the oxygen that we need to live. And trees just give and give and give in so many ways. So let's spend some time thinking about all of our beautiful vegetation life and all the gifts that they give us, all the lessons that they have for us. And let's have a full heart of gratitude for the role that they play in our lives and in our planet. Okay, if you can come back into your body. Mm. Gratitude always feels so good. There's so much to be grateful to the plants for. So, the Native Americans disagree with this idea that we're the most intelligent. They believe trees and plants were around millennia before the first life crawled out of the sea. So they expect them to be the wisest, to be the great teachers. So I'm going to finish with a reading from a book some friends of mine just gave me called How to Be More Tree. Trees are truly amazing. Sure, they change carbon dioxide into oxygen, which is pretty important if you like breathing. But did you know they can also build networks with other trees, can take action when they're being threatened, and have all sorts of clever ways to carry on growing even when they are knocked flat? Trees have been around for nearly 400 million years, a good amount of time to accumulate some serious wisdom. And they've become masters at adapting, surviving, and thriving. In our complex and often confusing human existence, it's not always easy to keep a cool head and a happy heart. If something is getting under your bark, or if you're suffering from a few snapped branches, or you just need reminding to enjoy the feeling of the sun on your foliage, we'll hope you'll find the inspiration in the trees to deal with life's bumps and bruises. So sit back, let the wind gently rustle your canopy, and discover how to be more tree. So I invite you to have that as your goal this week. Let's all see how we can be more tree. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Our main event will be starting at 9:45, so we'll see you then. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Woo! If you weren't awake, you're going to be awake now. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. Welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. Let's first stand up, get some energy in this room, and sing our opening congregational song. The words you have the words on pieces of paper that were on your chair.
It's so good to be together with you in this place. It's so good to be together with a smile on my face. Gonna let the Spirit move me, gonna shower you with love. It's so good to be together in this place. It's so good to be together with you in this place. Oh, it's so good to be together. Smile on my face. Gonna let the Spirit move me. Gonna shower you with love. It's so good to be together in this place. It's so good to be together with you in this place. It's so good to be together with a smile on my face. Gonna let the Spirit move me. Gonna shower you with love. It's so good to be together in this place. It's so good to be together with you in this place. It's so good to be together with a smile on my face. Gonna let the Spirit move me. Gonna shower you with love. It's so good to be together in this place. Gonna let the Spirit move me, gonna shower you with love. It's so good to be together in this place.
So again, welcome for those of you who may have just walked in and joined our lovely singing in the middle of it. This is the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, and we welcome you to our new home at 4 Points by Sheraton RDU, 1200 Clarion Circle in Morrisville. And we're very glad to have all of you here today. Thank you so much. And I'm also very glad to have those of you present that have invited us into your homes. I know you're out there, and it feels really good to have you join us this morning. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Ripplemeyer, and I have the privilege and the honor of being this spiritual center's spiritual director. We are part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And Centers for Spiritual Living believe that there is one power and presence, one creative energy back of everything that you see and everything that you cannot see. It is that which created us. That's that which supports us, sustains us, guides us, and guards us. We are created in its image and likeness. Therefore, since it is creative, then we too are creative. We have the power to create the experiences of our lives. And in fact, we have been doing so our whole life, sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. But for me, that's the really good news, because if we don't like where we're at right now, if we don't like the experience of life that we are experiencing, then we have the power to change it. Change your thinking, change your life. It's more than just a bumper sticker. It's a principle, a spiritual principle, one that we happen to believe in, and we happen to consciously use and to support each other as we do so, reminding each other who we really are as divine emanations of the divine, with all the power and the creativity that is part and parcel of God. And so we welcome you here today. Thank you so very much. I have a couple of announcements, and the first is just to remind everyone that we are going to continue the practice that we've had of celebrating birthdays on the first Sunday of every month. So next Sunday, we will be celebrating all of the September birthdays, and our flower dedication will go to them. And just, a little shameless thing. I happen to have been born in September, so, I would really love it if you were to come and join us on that Saturday or on that Sunday to really congratulate everyone with a September birthday. And we will continue with the lunch bunch. Now, we have a lot of restaurants around here that we haven't checked out yet. And if you know of one that you think would be a particularly great place for the community to go, come and let me know, or let Heather know, because we'll be creating an experience of the lunch bunch at one of those restaurants in the nearby area on that first Sunday of the month. So please come and join us for that. And the second is a sacred service announcement. We are looking for a few good volunteers, someone that is willing to give of their time and their talent to help us prepare for the Sunday service, help us restore the room when we're done, and to usher and greet and do some of the things that we need to do in order for this service to run really well. So the idea is that you would volunteer for one Sunday a month, and you would be doing that for half of a year. So you would be signing up for 6 Sundays. Anybody can do anything for 6 Sundays, right? So come on and sign up for that. There's a sign-up sheet out in the front by the coffee area. And then, of course, if you love it so much, which, be prepared, because you're probably going to do that, is that you could sign up for a second 6 Sundays. But you only have to sign up for one in the beginning. So please consider doing that. Our flower dedication, look at these lovely flowers. Today is for our beloved Jim Rigsby, Reverend Jim Rigsby. So it says, our flower dedication today is in honor of our beloved friend and colleague, Reverend Jim Rigsby. Reverend Jim completed his chaplaincy training and residency this past week. This is the final step in answering the call of spirit, which led him to leave a lucrative corporate job and to step fully into a ministry serving those who are ailing or preparing to leave their physical incarnation to transition to their eternal union with God. It has been a long journey. Over 3 years of practitioner training, 5 years of ministerial school, and a year of chaplaincy training and residency. Along the way, he supported TCSL in so many different ways, including serving as our teen coordinator, our tech expert, teacher or assistant in many of our classes, and on our leadership council. Plus, many of us are so grateful for the advice and support that he has given us on the individual level. At this moment, we do not know where his call will take him, but we do know that whoever hires him will get a man of great integrity, commitment, wisdom, and love. We acknowledge his accomplishment and wish him well wherever his path may take him. Congratulations, Jim. Today we have the Honorable Right Reverend, what was your name again? Andy Ross. Andy Ross here today with us. He blesses us with his presence every so often, and today is one of those days. And I just would like to say that he also has passed another milestone. He has finished his second book. It is called Creation, and like his first book, is a masterpiece. It is on sale at Amazon. So easy to get. They'll just bring it to you in a couple of days, and you can dive into it right away. So perhaps in a few weeks or so, we'll have a little book signing and maybe a little workshop on it. So thank you and welcome to Reverend Ross. So speaking of thank yous, thank you so very much to Carol Cross for the beautiful meditation that she facilitated just a little minute ago. this creates and expands the container that our service will unfold within. So please welcome Carol back up to the pulpit.
All right. Hello, everyone. What a glorious morning. The theme for the year 2022 is Living Everyday Wonder. Our theme for the month of August is nature, and what a great theme it has been. Reverend Andy's talk title is Naturally Divine. I'm now going to read this community's purpose statement. This is our reason for being here. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God, the love intelligence that governs the universe. We are committed to not merely a theoretical understanding of our oneness and unity with God, but to consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through celebration, service, study, and fellowship, we are committed to the transformation of our personal lives and to being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. With the energy of unconditional love, simply, we are here for God. All right, so now we're going to have a moment of grounding with the beautiful tones of crystal bells. So turn within, open your heart and mind, and allow the healing sounds of the crystal bowls to simply wash over you. So I would invite you to bring your attention back into your bodies, back into the room. And we are going to do a little ceremony that we love, known as the Blessing of All Faiths. So I'd like to invite Sandy and Susan up to assist me with this. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths, as represented by this ceremony. Christianity is the path of Christ consciousness, love, and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, the highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practice and shamanic traditions are the paths of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. Science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principle of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart, the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with no exception. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths. And so it is. Thank you, ladies. All right, so now I ask that you close your outer eyes as I say an invocation for today's service. And I take a deep breath in, and I know what I'm breathing in is spirit. And I take a deep breath out and know what I breathe out is spirit. Because I know every molecule, every atom, every part of my being is alive with the qualities of God. Alive with unconditional love, with wisdom, with power, beauty, abundance, and great, great joy. It is who and what I am. And it is who and what we all are. We are all just like bags floating in an ocean of spirit, filled with spirit within, covered with spirit without. And what a great to know our oneness with all that God is. And so I know that is what we're doing today. We are experiencing the power, the wisdom, the joy, the spirit inside. So I say all those service volunteers who got here early and take care of things so that we can walk in and do this. A word of blessing on our beloved AV angels, Eva and Heather, who work their magic every week. Say a word of blessing on our wonderful host, Reverend Dusty, who is such a light to our entire congregation and everything she says. Word of blessing on Karen Daly, whose song, music, voice never fail to transport us that energy. And a word of blessing on our speaker today, Steve Ross. Such a gift. Such a gift. And I can't wait to see what presents he has for us today. And finally, but most importantly, I say a blessing for you and for you and for you and every one of us who are participating in this today. Because this is a divine creation among all of us. We're in this big this big sea of spirit, but each drop counts. So thank you. Thank you for being part of today's ocean. So knowing that today is a divine appointment, that it is meant to unfold perfectly, I just say, let's get to it. And we launch it with our words, and so it is. All right, so today's reading is Canticle of the Sun by St. Francis. Be praised, my Lord, through all your creatures, especially through Brother Sun, who brings the day, and you give light through him. He is beautiful and radiant. Of you, Most High, he bears the likeness. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars. In heaven you formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Wind and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather through which you give sustenance to your creatures. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Water, who is humble and precious and pure. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Fire, through whom you light the night. He is beautiful, playful, robust, and strong. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Mother Earth, who sustains us and produces varied fruits with colored flowers and herbs. Praised be you, my Lord, through our sister bodily death, from whom no living human can escape. Blessed are those who will find your most holy will, for the second death shall do them no harm. And so it is. Beautiful. So, I mean, as I say, I can't wait to hear what Andy has to say. But I really can't wait to the musical surprise that Karen is going to lay upon us. So thank you so much for being here, Karen. And let's give her a big welcome.
Thank you, Carol. No pressure. So in the theme of nature, it's kind of weird to pick a spiritual song like as it regards to nature. So I just picked a couple of songs that have a whole bunch of references to nature, and we'll just see where this goes. This is called There Is a Cloud by the Elevation Workshop. Hear the word roaring as thunder, with a new future to tell. For the dry season is over, there's a cloud beginning to swell. Look to the skies, heavy with blessing. Lift your eyes and offer your heart. You alone can open heavens and receive the Spirit of God. We receive your rain. We receive your rain. We receive your rain. And every seed buried in sorrow, you will call forth in its time. You are Lord, Lord of the harvest, calling hope now to arise. And we receive your rain. We receive your rain. We receive your rain. It's like a flood. It's like a flood. We receive your love when you come like a flood. It's like a flood. And we receive your love when you come. And with great anticipation, we await the promise to come. Everything that you have spoken will come to pass. Let it be done. We receive your rain. We receive your rain. We receive your rain. Thank you.
This is my favorite part of doing anything, is that moment where you can't turn back, that moment where you can't go through your head the things you want to say. It's just happening now. And it's just an act of faith and of giving and of saying, well, here we go. Whatever comes out of your mouth is what's going to come out of your mouth. And starting now, you can't take it back because it's recorded. If I'm not careful, I can get lost in my own brilliance. Because when I come here, that's my goal. My goal is to sound brilliant. Honestly, all week long, I'm like, what can I say that's clever? I mean, we're talking about something that can't be defined, that can't be explained. So I'm not going to be able to explain it. So I might as well say something clever and brilliant. And I want to walk away, and I want you all to respect me. But more importantly, I want you all to like me. So I can get caught in that cycle of, am I going to be brilliant? Am I going to be brilliant? Am I sitting brilliant? Have I stood brilliant? Am I leaning brilliant? Am I brilliant? But unfortunately, if I get too caught up in my own idea of my brilliance, I tend to miss the brilliance all around me. I tend to miss how amazing you are. And what a gift it is just to be around so many amazing people. And then it dawns on me, the gift, it dawns on me the real reason I'm here. I'm not here to say anything. I'm here to accept. I'm here to receive. So that's it. That's my talk for today. Thank you for coming. But bravo, you did it. But speaking of your brilliance, again, Carol, your meditation this morning was wonderful. If you weren't here, shame. I'm looking at you. Yes, I'm looking at you. Shame you slept late. Should I stop and get a donut? You'll miss the meditation. It's just Carol. Well, you missed it. She talked about the brilliance of plants. Michael Pollan, the brilliance of plants. How much plants have to teach us. How much plants and trees and the green leafy things have to give us. And it reminds me of a conversation I had recently with someone, one of the nurses I was talking to at the hospital where Jim and I worked. I don't want to go there. We talked about returning home and how good it feels to return home, to walk in your door, to sit on your couch or your chair or your sofa or your floor, or to lie in your bed, or to sit on your porch, to pour coffee in your coffee cup. How good it feels to be home. And it reminded me of when I used to live in Chicago and then Los Angeles. And Chicago was beautiful and LA was LA. But when my wife and I, every time we flew home, I'd always sit by the window. I got to sit by the window because I have to stare out the entire time at the wonder of creation. But as soon as we begun to descend, I saw it. I saw them. I saw the trees of North Carolina. And it was like sitting in my chair. So the trees of this state always have felt like home to me, and they've taught me so much. So thank you for your meditation, Karen. Your voice haunts me. It's haunting like the truth is haunting. It's haunting like life is haunting. It's haunting as that thing that you see, but you can't really see. And it's there, but you don't know it's there until it smacks you in the face. And then you wake up and realize that life is a miracle. So thank you. We can clap again if you want for Karen. Woo! Woo! Ah! After a big dinner when you feel just like full and happy, I want to say fat. Fat and happy, that's fine. That's how I feel after you sing. Fat and happy. So a couple weeks ago, my daughter Macy, who's 11, got the COVID again. And I know she's okay. She's okay. It was like a cold. It was like, like a sore throat. And Daddy, my head hurts, which I heard from like across the house. Because as soon as she got it, my other daughter and I were like, love you. Bye. It's weird. My daughter and I are very much alike. My older daughter, we have so much compassion as long as it doesn't with our life, you know? So we're staying away from her like, oh, like Kenny. And so she gets sick and, we are on the other side of the house. But of course, my wife, her mother, just takes care of her. Like goes into the room and like takes care of her and cuddles with her and reads her books. And I'm like, you're going to get it. And guess what happened? She got it. So my wife got COVID too about a week or so ago. And it's interesting that I was never really worried about getting sick. We all got it last year during Delta. It sucked. But I work around this disease a lot. I've been vaccinated. Thank you, CDC. The experts, I listen to them. God forbid we listen to the experts. But so I wasn't really worried about getting sick. What I was worried about was when I would get sick. What I was worried about, what I was anxious about all week. I wasn't physically sick over the last couple of weeks. I was mentally ill more than usual. Anxious about when it's going to get me. When I took, we have the home COVID tests. I took like 15 of them. I'd take one and I'd wait, because the liquid rises and you're just waiting for the line to show. And it's negative, but you feel like I should just take another one just in case. So I take all these tests. I never got sick. Thank you. I'm very, very thankful that I didn't get sick. But all week long, I'm anxious about the unknown. I'm anxious about when it's going to happen because it's something I don't know. And I do not like not knowing things. I'm okay with the big mystery. I'm okay with purpose. I'm okay with meaning. I'm okay with the mystery of God. I'm okay with the grand mystery. But the little things drive me crazy. There's a book. The book says, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, but I only sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. So I have this cycle of anxiety all week long, trying to wrap my mind around when it's going to happen and how I can, what? Control it. The cycle is very interesting. I used to have heartburn. Now I take medication for it. I don't have heartburn much anymore, but when I ate red things, God bless the tomato. Let's just take a minute to think about the tomato. Spaghetti sauce, salsa, pizza. What have you done to us, oh tomato? So all I have to do is stop eating things with tomatoes in them and I'll be fine. Do I do that? No, because they make medication for that. So if as long as I'm okay, as long as I take this kind of Pepsid stuff, I'm fine. And I don't really have the heartburn. But if I eat like a lot of red stuff, like I had pizza yesterday, but I had spaghetti today. I had spaghetti, lasagna. Sure, well, let's take that. Yeah, Mexican food. Yay! Let's eat it. Spicy, good. After a couple days, it creates this burning in my chest. And did you know that the symptoms of anxiety, heartburn, and a heart attack are the same? They're the same. So I'm lying in bed at night and I feel this tightness in my chest. And all of a sudden I'm like, am I having a heart attack? Am I having a heart attack? I'm not having a heart attack. Becky, am I having a heart attack? Pants, my cat. Am I having a heart attack? And guess what that creates? Anxiety. And guess what a symptom of anxiety is? Heartburn. So that it gets worse and worse and worse, like a spinning cycle in my mind, like a hamster on one of those little wheels, circle, 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 circle. Heartburn creates anxiety, creates more heartburn, creates anxiety, creates more heartburn. So I get this cycle that I cannot seem to escape from. And it reminds me of something that the Hindus had. The Hindus? The Hindus? That the Hindus taught us millions, thousands, hundreds of years ago, something called samsara. Samsara is the cycle of life. And if we think about it purely mythological, you live, you die, you're reborn. Because they see time as a circle. You live, you die, you're reborn. You live, you die, you're reborn. And the circumstances of your new life are based on the actions of your last life. You create the next life. You create it for yourself. If you're kind of looking at you again, then guess what? Next life, dung beetle. Congratulations. So samsara is the cycle of lives. But then we read in the... There's always one. You got to find one to pick on. On purpose. Yay! Pushing, you know how they push the cow dung. But the Upanishads, if you read the Upanishads say that samsara is happening in the mind every moment of every day. You have a thought. This thought shifts your perspective. And then in the next moment, you step into the life created by that perspective. You think, you live. You think, you live. You think, you live. You think, you live. We are shifting our perspective, our worldview, every moment of every day. As I'm talking, I am changing your life because I'm changing your thought patterns, whether you like it or not. Even if you tried not to listen to me, the trying not to listen would change your thoughts and change your life. You cannot help it. You are being born into your new perspective every single moment of every day. So when I get caught in the cycle of samsara, the cycle of anxiety, I start to spin and create new problems for myself that I'm born into. That is what anxiety is. Anxiety is when the hamster starts spinning out of control. Now, anxiety is interesting. Evolutionarily speaking, anxiety is based on fear, our fear response. You know what fear is, don't you? Yeah, of course. Fear, right? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, those doors opened and a lion came in this room. A lion. I'd be like, gone. A lion. Immediately, your body would respond to the threat, shift, and either fight, some of you, or flight, me. You think I'm going to stay and protect you from the lion? I'm not. I am not faster than all of you, but I bet I'm faster than some of you. So a lion comes in, your emotional body, your energetic body shifts to alter your action so you can fight or flight, so you can react to the danger. That is fear. But as we evolved over time, as we created this thing called mind, ego, purpose, identity, we began to imagine scenarios that might be dangerous. You know what the difference between anxiety and fear is? Anxiety is rooted in a conception. Fear is rooted in reality. Anxiety is rooted in conception. You are afraid of something that you created. That's why it's a cycle you can't get rid of, because it's here. You can't run from it. If I imagined a lion came in the room and I ran out the room, guess what? The lion goes with me. I'm taking it with me. I'm afraid of something that doesn't exist. And my mind is trying to wrap itself around an illusion that it created. That is anxiety. I'm looking at you and I'm sure that none of you have any idea what I'm talking about because you're all heavily medicated. But I think I'm in good company, not just here today, but culturally. I believe I'm in good company. I think we have a highly anxious culture. Now, I haven't been around the world, but I have some experience with world cultures, and it seems like our culture here is highly anxious. And I start to wonder why. That's what I've been thinking about this week. That's the brilliance, I guess, I've been trying to tap into all week. Why is our culture spinning out of control when it comes to this thing here? Because we've created so much. You mentioned this morning in your meditation, we have computers and air conditioning and refrigerators full of tomatoes. We have so much. We are creative and we have entered into the innovation and technological revolution. We have done so much, and not just physically, not just technologically. We have figured out so much about the cosmos. We know so much, yet every single time we figure something out, we figure out that there's twice as much stuff we don't know. There's something deep down, right around the gallbladder. I don't know where it is. There's something deep down in us. That's where it is. I don't even know what it does. I don't know very much about the body. We have something deep down, some kind of need, some kind of drive to know what's going on. What is life? Who am I? What is life? Who am I? Why are we here? And how do I maximize this existence, this ticking tock of time? How do I maximize it? How do I get the most out of it? We're constantly trying to figure things out, and we have figured so much out. We have created so much. We have so many advancements, and we still have no idea what the is going on, and it drives us crazy. The older I get, the more I know, but the more I know, the less I know. It's weird. It's very, very weird, and it creates anxiety. It creates a culture of human beings who don't have the answer, and it drives them crazy because they have so much. Maybe if I get a better job, then I'll know what life is. Or maybe if I retire, then I'll know what life is. Maybe if I get a new house, then I'll know what life is. Maybe I read another book, this book. Read my book. Oh, crap, I should have led with that. Read my book. It'll teach you what life is. You know that yearning? It'll solve that. It won't. It won't. It's hard to get through, first of all. And second of all, when you get at the end of it, you'll have more questions, I promise. That's the point. That's the point. But we're trying to figure things out, and we just can't, and it's driving us crazy. It's like we're building a ledge. You know, you step to the ledge, you build some more. You step to the ledge, you build some more. You step to the ledge, you build some more. And you look out onto the mystery, onto the vastness of uncertainty. And every time you step out, the vastness of uncertainty just gets bigger. We have no idea what's actually going on. And it scares the crap out of us. And that is what faith is all about. That is what faith is all about. Most things in life are about adding. And I like adding. I like adding. My daughter is in math, and she comes to me with adding questions. And I like adding because there's a simple answer. But everything in our life, most of the things in our life are about adding. I want to add a new job. I want to add some more knowledge. I love adding more knowledge. I want to buy another book. I don't even read the books. I just put them on my shelf. I like having books because when people walk in, they go, wow, you got a lot of books. You're brilliant. Yeah, you know. We like adding things. You go to hear someone talk, and they're saying, I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something to do, a new way to think about Tony Robbins. A new way to think about your life. I don't think that's how he talks. Is he like a WWE wrestler? This is how you're going to think about your life. They add things, add things, add things. Life is about adding things. What I love about this discipline, about the discipline of spirituality and faith, it's not about adding at all. It's about subtracting. It's about taking away. It's about getting beneath the knowledge, beneath the understanding, beneath to that place where you're on the ledge and you're finally okay with it. Where you're looking into the mystery of life, which is the mystery of your own life, because every mystery is just a mirror. Like Karen, when you sing, it's like a mirror. When you meditate, it's like a mirror. You see yourself because you are the mystery. And spirituality is about standing there and not figuring it out. It's about being okay with it. It's an act of faith. It's about trusting life. It's about trusting life. There's a beautiful book. Oh, it's a beautiful book. Oh, it's a beautiful book. It's called Ishmael by Daniel Quinn, and it's about a gorilla who teaches these life lessons. It's really cool. But they talk about the story in Genesis, the story of the garden. So, you know, Adam and Eve are in this garden, and God's with them, and they're like, hey, God, how you doing? And then something happens. I'm going to use a tomato because we've been talking about tomatoes. Here, Adam, this tomato. It's delicious. It looks delicious. And next thing you know, expelled from the garden. This book, Ishmael, theorizes that story is about the agricultural revolution. It's about when we took life into our own hands. When we said, no. I want to do it. I want to figure it out. I want to cultivate this land. I want it to be what I want it to be. I want to raise these animals. I want to raise these plants the way I want to raise them to keep enough for tomorrow and maybe next year and maybe next year and maybe next year and maybe next year. Maybe I'll build a factory to produce more. Maybe I'll get a car so I can get to the factory. I've got to move to the suburbs. It's way too crowded here. Now I got a family. Oh, I got to feed them. Goodness gracious. Now she's got COVID and I'm worried. It's about taking life out of God's hands and putting it into our own. And then we slowly began to stop trusting life. This thing that is so much bigger than we are, this thing that was here before us and will be here after us, this thing that gave birth to us, we think we can shape it. We think we can control it. We think we can make life better. I know this planet's been here for billions of years, but now that I'm here, I'm going to make it better. That's what we think we can do. Now, don't get me wrong. I love air conditioning. I'm kind of hot right now. I love air conditioning. I love the radio. I love my computer. I love my home. I love innovation. I love creativity. I love what we as human beings have figured out how to do. It's awesome, but none of it makes life better. It makes living life better, but it doesn't make life better. You can't make life better. You can't make life worse. Wait, that might have been a Freudian thing. Let's do that. Let's do that. You can't make life work. It just works. You ever been whitewater rafting? Neither have I. You have? You have? So you get in this boat. It's little. It's not a boat. It's a boat. A raft. It's technically not a boat, Andy. It's a raft. So you get in this raft. First, you got to blow it up, right? You get these oars. You grab your dog. And you go on this river. Do you fight against the current? No. Do you fight with it? No. You let it happen. You don't? You direct it. Ooh. Otherwise, you'd crash into the rock. But this river was here before you. This river is here after you. It has everything you need within it. All you have to do is pay attention and follow it. There's a great story. A great story about an old Taoist master, long beard. I don't know if they all had long beards. That's how I see them. It's kind of my Western conception. So a Taoist master with a long beard, and he's walking with all his monks by the river, and he slips and he falls in the river, and the rapids take him away. And the monks are like, oh no. And so the monks run down the river, down these rocks, around these trees, and down this waterfall. And finally they get to the bottom, and they're breathing all heavy. And there is their master sitting on the side of the river, wringing his beard out. And they're like, Master, what happened? How did you survive? And the master says, I let go. I trusted the river. Trusting life is not easy, but it's very, very simple. You wake up in the morning and you're breathing. You stand up and you walk. Maybe you have some breakfast. Maybe you kiss your loved ones. You walk out, the sun is shining. Didn't make that happen. The breeze hits your face. You touch a tree. You touch trees in the morning. It's cool. You get in your car. You go to work. You pay attention. You go home. You have something to eat. You kiss your family. You go to sleep and you do it again. It's an act of faith. Every single day, every time you wake up, you are participating in an act of faith and you don't even know it. Are you trying to breathe right now? No, it's just happening. It's just happening. The greatest meditative exercise is breathing. And they say, let it happen. Pay attention to it. Let it happen. Pay attention to the miracle of life. Standing on that ledge can be scary. Standing on that ledge, looking into the mystery of life, realizing that there is nothing here for you to figure out. That's not your job. Your job on this earth, your job in this incarnation is not to figure it out. Your job is to go with it. Your job is to live it. Your job is to Relish every single tomato. Because when it's you and tomato, it's a miracle. It may sound funny, but it's a miracle. This thing, I cultivated it, but I didn't create it. Put the tomato down. This thing, I cultivate it, but I didn't create it. This thing, I take care of it, but I didn't create it. Have some humility. Have some trust. And as you innovate and as you create, as you steer around the rocks, know beyond this that the river is going to take you somewhere. You can fight against it, you can fight with it, or you can enjoy the boat. Okay, I'm all out of ideas. Let's pray. I am grateful for the river of life. I'm grateful for every wave and every rock, every bird, every limb of every tree, every fish in the water. And I'm grateful for the boat that I created. I'm grateful for the oars that I carved from wood that I fashioned from earth. I'm grateful for the people I'm in the boat with, the people I trust and who trust me to make it down the river together, because that is what companionship is all about. Saying that wherever this thing is going to take us, it's going to take us together. That's why we're here. So I'm grateful for community. I'm grateful for listening ears and humble hearts. I'm grateful for music and meditation and light and darkness. I'm grateful for every morning that the sun rises knowing that it's setting somewhere else. I'm grateful for every storm knowing that it's sunny somewhere else. I'm grateful for every bit of pain knowing there's pleasure somewhere else. And I'm grateful for my life, which is not my life. It's just the life that I am here, one day at a time. I'm thankful for everything. At least I try to be. For all these things, I am thankful, and I say, and so it is, and amen. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Andy. That was inspiring, beautiful. It is now time for our conscious giving. This is the time every week that we give financially to allow this community to continue to be a beacon of light and warmth and love in the greater Triangle area. We are sustained by the giving of our time, talent, and treasure, and I'm very grateful for the generosity of everyone in this community. Together we affirm the truth that this week's offering lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and adds to the experience of sufficiency on the planet. So please know that there are 3 different ways to give. You can connect on our website with www.trianglecsl.org, and up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little button that says Give. Text the word Give using the following number, 919-230-8445, or you can send actual check. Does anybody have any? To our new address at PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina 27519. Please place your hand on your heart with your gift or an intention for this community, and repeat our offering affirmation and calling response. I live in an abundant universe that blesses and prospers my life. Live in an abundant universe that blesses and prospers my life. I give with gratitude, knowing that God is my source. I give with gratitude, knowing that God is my source. And so it is. Thank you all so very much for your generosity. All y'all too. Okay. Thank you. And now, please welcome the amazing Sharon Daly with her beautiful voice to haunt us a little bit more this morning.
Thank you. Woo, you're a little creepy now. I want to bottle your energy and like just take a big drink of it because seriously, you're like a 7-year-old child in a really good way, and I love you. This is my favorite Bob song. It's called "Kiss God." When no one is looking, I swallow deserts and clouds. I chew on the mountains, 'cause I know they are sweet homes. No one is looking. Sip from the cool summer sky. Savor the blueness, and it colors my eyes. No one is looking. I wanna kiss God. No one is looking. I wanna kiss God. So I lift up my own hand to my mouth. When no one is looking, I call forth the thunder and the rain. I lasso the sunshine, and it warms the blood in my veins. When no one is looking, I talk with the flowers and the trees. I tell them my secrets, and they listen to me. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. So I lift up my own hand to my mouth, and I lift up your sweet hand to my mouth. No one is looking at me. What is looking through me can see, and I feel everything, and everything it feels me when I'm all alone in my own sweet home. I hear the silence calling me home. No one is looking. Thank you.
Man, what a feast we have today. We had those lovely nachos that Karen gave to us at first, and then that multi-layered lasagna from Andy, and then chocolate mousse with salted caramel sauce for dessert. Except that your voice is richer and sweeter than that. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for today's just glorious event. All right. If anyone would like prayer, please go to our website at trianglecsl.org. On the home page, there's a button in the upper right-hand corner. Click on that button and fill in the request form. We will get that prayer and send it out to all of our ministers and practitioners. If anyone would like to give a flower dedication to anyone, for anything, please contact Heather Abbott at info@trianglecsl.org or Reverend Dusty at dustyripplemeyer@yahoo.com. So as you've heard, we now have a new home, and we'd like to invite those of you all who are watching at home to come and join us in person at the 4 Points by Sheraton at 1200 Clarence Circle in Morrisville. Please consider allowing us to properly welcome you home. Meditation is at 9:45 and the service at 10:15. Whoops, yeah. All right. So this is one of these special months. We've got 5 Wednesdays, and anytime we have a 5th Wednesday, we do something special. So this Wednesday, August 31st, we will celebrate the theme of the month, nature, with a showing of the amazing documentary by David Attenborough called A Life on the Planet. It is said that one man has seen more of the natural world than any other person in history, and that man is David Attenborough. This is his witness statement. It is an absolutely beautiful and powerful movie. So please join us at the Lodge at Crossroads, 200 Brisbane Woods Way in Cary from 6:30 to 9:30 for the movie and for fellowship. Please bring a snack to share and whatever you would like to drink. And then please mark your calendars for our September social event. It is none other than our amazing game night. It will be held Friday evening, September 12th from 6:30 to 9:30 at the Lodge at Crossroads, 200 Brisbane Woods Way in Cary. It is a spectacularly fun evening with lots of laughter and tomfoolery. Please bring a snack to share and whatever you'd like to drink, and join in the festivities. All right, so in the comfort of your home, if you're at home, or here at the Sheraton, if you're here, please stand for our final attempt at our August affirmations. This is a call and response, so say it like you mean it. Repeat after me. I am one with all of life on planet Earth.
I am one with all of life on planet Earth.
Deeply connected with all of nature, I am grateful for the waters of life that sustain me.
Deeply connected with all of nature, I am grateful for the waters of life that sustain me.
Truly believing that God is all there is, I know that all of life is sacred.
Truly believing that God is all there is, I know that all of life is sacred.
Knowing that all life is sacred, I say yes to deepening my connection with all of it.
Knowing that all life is sacred, I say yes to deepening my connection with all of it.
Affirming that everything on this planet is a vital part of this living ecosystem, I choose to live harmoniously with all of it.
Affirming that everything on the planet is a vital part of this living ecosystem, I choose to live harmoniously with all of it.
Today, I report for duty to nurture and protect planet Earth.
Today, I report for duty to nurture and protect planet Earth.
I join like-minded individuals in support of a worthy and noble cause.
I join like-minded individuals in support of a worthy and noble cause.
And all is well.
And all is well.
And so it is. All right, so you can sit down now. close your eyes for one last time as we go within. And oh my gosh. I just see a radiance, a light of beauty and connection and union and power, the power of surrender, a power of surrender to the divine experience that we call life. I know that this experience is beautiful. Not beautiful, it's awesome. It is the experience of knowing my oneness with all that is, and that all that is spirit. So all I need to do is sit back and enjoy the ride. And I know this is my truth. I know it's the truth of everyone in this service, everyone in our community, everyone in the world, everything in the world, every little branch and needle and leaf and every little atom is alive with this unity, with the divine. So I am so grateful today. I am so grateful for today's service. And what a beautiful divine creation made up of lots and lots of little bits that all come together into just a magnificent mosaic of possibility and of positivity. So I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for our community. I'm so grateful for our neighborhood. I'm so grateful for our prosperity that allows us to have a place like this. And I'm grateful for the difference that I know today's service has made in my life and in the lives of all who have been part of this. And I am excited to see how this will manifest in the days and weeks. Knowing that today was one more step closer to our world that works better. And so I turn that over to the law that works, and ask you to join me in affirming with our words, and so it is. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Reverend Andy and the lovely Karen Daly. Thank you all for everybody in the room and for all of you out there that have invited us into your rooms. Have a really magnificent day and spectacular week. Come and join us on Wednesday, and if not, next Sunday. I love you all. Oh, yes. Yeah, I forgot. Let's do one more song. Everybody stand. We'll sing ourselves out of this place.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you. Thank you.
Turn it up, please.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit.